Extendo Beam doing a fair bit of damage here to Karis, who does have a Dragon Rage kick. Dudu with a great Narbar finds Gnar to 1. Everybody else is able to flash themselves out of the way, and Oner's going to pick up first blood onto the enemy jungler. Now T1 are turning. They're looking for Dudu to get their revenge as they had to use summoner spells. Absurd. The Lee Sin comp is what does it. That's sort of how it works out. That's how they get that extra control. As here we've got a bit of a battle of brewing. As Karis looking for an angle for this Glacial Prison, but they're getting zoned away. Faker with so much control of this area. Zeus finds the Glacial Prison. There's the seismic shove as the Viego tries to get out, but he just can't. Now Oner's looking for the Q. He'll, of course, get it, but he gets walloped underneath the turret. Beautifully played by Dudu. He is going to get punished here, as Faker can just throw some rocks through, but oh, can he? All right, so they do manage to take that one. Faker goes golden. Samdi has great use of his spell shield, and they will be able to finally pick up that kill as well, as T1 will take Shirley.
A little bit flashy here for T1 of a take on this Herald. In fact, they're going to have to let this one go, it looks like here. Guma on the edge here, and Keria used his ultimate earlier on, used his heal.
Well, Hook is going to connect here as Karis is going to land the chains, and Gumayushi, he just thought he could dash over the wall, but he was staying there too long.
Probably should have just flashed that one as, oh no, the Herald is going to get dropped of aggro for just a second. We'll be able to maintain the pull here though, and are going to be taking this one away. So Dudu is just like, well, if they are going to be this crazy, if they're going to be this all in on me, I'm actually going to be a hero. Turns that one around so beautifully.
Yeah, I saw the Narbar Wolf and I was like, but it's not. And then I looked over and I was like, but it's Oner, so he's definitely going to be able to do this. And then, no, as it turns out, still not. Never mind.
Crazy how many resources are committed and they still don't trade up on that part of the map. As the engage here is beautiful. They take out on Fleek. Dudu is pushed back. You could just take the Herald here. Yeah. But no, we got to be showy, right?
Could,
and Dudu,
should, you know.
Yeah. Just because you might be able to doesn't mean that you absolutely should try to force this. As then Faker gets walloped and knocked up. Yes, Dudu gets killed, but Faker is left out to dry here, even though Keria commits heal.
In the meantime, on Vicinity, T1 will take this out of turret. Zeus is extraordinarily tanky. Q connects, of course, and Vista is well and truly dead. T1 going to prove to us that they are still in the lead. As we're
going to watch what happened to Faker as he comes over here to try to defend this turret. And is, of course, flashless and cleanseless, so just instantly deleted.
Yep, Heartbreaker, pretty useful there to avoid seismic shove.
And notice where everybody else is. They're trying to group up for that Narbar that's set up for shutting down Lee Sin, but Guma and Zeus are pushing this. Vista, once the turret is down, is just completely isolated and destroyed. So an easy pick here for T1 after
Faker's. But Karis has his on cooldown. He will take this out of turret, and Faker's looking for his. Q connects here onto Dudu, who's just throwing drills around, and now Zeus is sort of alone underneath this one. There is a Gnar into the wall. Oner is going to turn up on Fleek, has to get himself out of here. The Ignite's still ticking down as Oner finds yet another one. Safeguard to find Samdi, and they are tidying everyone up. Oner is too good, Wolf. He's just too good at Lee Sin.
He's just too good. Now, he did set the chains in motion for that disaster that happened on the top. You see what happened with the Nautilus or Vista and the rest of his team are not on the same page on the defense? Look at how well set up T1 is here to actually use the last 5% of this turret's health to force a successful team fight here. On Fleek's got the Ignite taking against him. Oner plays this perfectly, takes him out, and Samdi with the help of Faker, of course, to get the slow here onto Vista.
Make it into the camouflage mode. Faker has to flash, get himself out of the way here, as there is the flash. Gnar lands onto 2. Zeus able to Arctically assault away, though, and somehow T1 all survive.
Yeah, they all survive here. The push is staved off for now, and some flashes are expended. Faker and Keria losing both of their summoner spells, but they could just wait for the next wave and siege it up again.
Yep, here we go. Zeus is just dashing on forward. Oner is going to be able to pick up the kill onto Karis after a little bit of time here. Breaks his stopwatch afterwards, and it's going to be Gumayushi that's given the kill credit for that one. 3-1 and 4 now on the Zeri. Weren't we just talking about it being 1-1 and 2? Zeri things.
Just Zeri things.
Yeah, just Zeri things.
Who needs to upgrade boots?
Not
Zeri.
She presses R to get boots. That's what champions do now. Zeus, can you just Arctic Assault out of that? Yeah, I guess you can. No worries there at all. Faker with the Weaver's Wall to come on through here is now Humble Life Esports. This is not where you want to be. Oner's underneath the turret, but of course that doesn't matter as he safeguards his way out. Gumayushi picks that one up with a last-minute Q. And this is just starting, it's really starting to look like the Harlem Globetrotters now, Wolf.
Yeah.
T1 turned this game into what looked somewhat competitive after that Herald fight into completely unwinnable at all in any way after that mid-turret.
It's their hyperbolic time chamber. They're just limit testing non-stop. Yeah, the teleport here from Dudu, where they flank, is actually really incredible, and he sets up for a really nice angle, but with the Summoner Spell advantage that T1 have, they get to flash these, and then Zeus just gets out over the wall here. And at this point, you're like, okay, well, are T1 going to be able to push? Yeah, they just reset, come over here, teleport in. Extendo Beam is massive, and Hanwha Esports just don't have a front-to-back teamfight composition anymore when the pieces are falling apart like this and the Narbar isn't there and Baron is up. The siege here from T1 is amazing, and it just continues. Like, yeah. We're going to watch this whole thing, I guess.
Meanwhile, in live, On Fleek's dead. I did have a little bit of a look at that, but Vista's dead as well. It started off with Oner missing a Q. He got very upset about that, so he killed 2 people, I think is how that one went. Meanwhile, Dudu is just trying to forget about the woes of the top side of the map whilst dealing with the super minions that have been placed into his bottom lane. So T1, they will secure this inner turret, and it's about, yeah, crossing I's and dotting T's, I think, or the other way around. This game has me a little bit frazzled.
Yeah, I mean, look, T1 have the Baron buff now expired, and they are only able to get bottom inhibitor, but it's arguably the most valuable one for them this game, because it will, of course, keep super minions on the opposite side of the map for the next Baron spawn in 2 minutes' time, which is why Dudu was spending some time actually clearing that one out to make sure it's not going to be threatening those Nexus turrets anytime soon. But T1's still fully in control of this map and in this game, even though the Baron has expired, and now it feels like we're slowing down a little bit here. But the early game Sivir never found team fight success, even when there was that big overextension, let's just say, as we're going to come into this late here and see what happened. Oner doesn't even hit the Q, just uses a ward hop to get on top of On Fleek. Second Q lands, yeah, takes him out here. Zeus is with him, but the Sivir doesn't get any power, doesn't get any value. We're seeing the value of Shirelia's for Keria be much more important than Sivir's ultimate here. And the tempo lead that T1 had so early on now allows them to stomp 10,000 gold ahead. Guma takes an item lead here with 2,700 gold. He has an advantage right now. And this game has all been about Oner just limit testing. It's just his testing room, his training room.
I think, you know, like, actually, that's how T1 outdrafted Hanwha Esports. They picked Lee Sin. And actually, the rest of it is entirely irrelevant.
In this game, yeah.
Yeah. He's just too good at this champion. I think this is a phenomenal showcase of, I mean, yes, the T1 draft, absolutely playable, totally fine, but Hanwha Esports as well. They've got a great one. But unfortunately, the fact is, we have nameplates, and the Lee Sin has Oner written on it. And therefore, it's like, oh, well, I guess we lost.
Yeah, and this is why top teams against T1 just do not let this one go through. They'll allow T1 to have even stronger and more meta picks. Lee Sin is on a 9, I believe, game losing streak because Oner has had it banned against him every time.
Yeah.
When it's not, guess what? I think the streak is over.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling that Lee Sin might be winning a game. 100% kill contribution so far. As, yeah, these rocks are really starting to hurt as Faker is throwing them over. I'm very used to them being icicles, as everyone does like using that particular skin. As T1 have set up a bit of a gank rush here. Karis might just die. There is the Glacial Prison. As he is going to go golden for a moment. Faker off to the side, looking for Dudu. Seismic Shove is good, pushes him back towards the wall. No one dead just yet, but Zeus can tank for about forever. The Sivir will fall down. Gumushi picks up his double, make it a triple. Will he get another pentakill? It's a quadra at least, but where did the Silas go? He's going to be teleporting. He's trying to get out, and there's the kick to the back of the head. How dare you deny the pentakill? As Gumushi will find a penta in the previous series. He played the Zeri, and then a quadra kill in this one.
I really like the scriptwriters and the director of this game just really metaphorically showing that, yes, Guma did get a quadra kill on Zeri, but it was actually the Lee Sin the whole time. And how Lee Sin gets the 5th and final kill for the ace there, the director is really symbolically showing that he will pick up POG despite the quadra.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful.
It's not penta denial when he deserves it. Absolutely. Vista is just going to be taken down here. Faker picks up that kill. The Nexus is going to follow suit. T1 utterly dominant in this game, and it's exactly what we asked for from the squad that still has a very small chance of locking down that first place if Gen G do falter. And they could still, of course, win the LCK in summer. They are still very likely to head towards round 2 as well, as T1 just showing that they are not to be written off.
Certainly not. A 2-0 victory was what the fans wanted tonight. That is what the players wanted. That is what everything in this organization is. That you have. Left behind.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a legendary one.
I think so too. And we'll see whether that World Championship is something that he's going to be able to pick up. Of course, T1, I think, basically qualified for Worlds at this stage. It's, if they're not, then they are very, very close. As, he usually has his Penta denied, but he has